Welcome back to my channel, Celebes. Please share and subscribe and press the bell icon for new updates. When Barbara Hale was 94 years old, she told everyone a big secret. She said a man was the love of her life. Barbara Hale was born on April 18, 1922 in a small town called Dalb, Illinois. Her mom was Wilma Nay Colvin, and her dad was Luther Ezra Hale. Her dad worked as a person who made gardens look pretty. This job taught Barbara to pay close attention to small things and love beautiful nature. She grew up in a family that worked hard but didn't have lots of money. This made her strong and tough, which helped her later when she worked in movies. She had one sister named Juanita. Barbara loved her sister so much that she named her own daughter Juanita, too. This showed how close their family was. The Hale family came from Scotland and Ireland long ago. This background maybe gave Barbara a strong sense of who she was and made her proud of where she came from. Her family had always been people who never gave up, were creative, and worked hard to reach their goals. Barbara finished high school at Rockford High School in Rockford, Illinois in 1940. She was part of the very last group of kids to graduate from that school, which was a really important moment. Finishing school at such a special time might have made her feel proud and ready to try new things. After high school, she went to the Chicago Academy of Fine Arts because she wanted to become an artist. Choosing to study art showed that she loved being creative and wanted a job where she could make beautiful things. To pay for school, Barbara started working as a model in Chicago. This turned out to be really lucky because it led her to acting. Being a model helped her learn how to stand nicely, look good in front of people, and get used to having people watch her. All of these skills would help her become a great actress later. In 1943, Barbara wanted better chances, so she moved to Hollywood, the place where all the movies were made. There, she got a deal with a big movie company called RKO Radio Pictures. This was when she really started making movies. Her first time on camera was in a movie called Gilder's Lee's Bad Day in 1943, but her name wasn't even shown in the credits. This was normal for young actresses back then. They had to prove they were good before getting bigger parts. Barbara kept acting in small parts without her name being shown in several movies. This helped her learn how to act better and get more experience. Her first movie where her name was actually shown was a musical called Higher and Higher in 1943. In this movie, she played a fancy rich girl and acted alongside Frank Sinatra, the famous singer. She even got to sing with him in the movie. This early chance let Barbara show that she could both act and sing, which meant she could do many different kinds of roles in the future. During the middle of the 1940s, Barbara got to be the main star in several RKO movies, which helped make her famous in Hollywood. One important movie was West of the Pacos in 1945, where she acted with Robert Mitchum. This was only Mitchum's second big movie. Another movie was Lady Luck in 1946 with Robert Young. Barbara said this was when she first felt like a real big movie star and thought of it as her fifth major movie. These roles made people think of her as a really good actress who could be the main character in movies. They kept getting better with movies like The Window in 1949, which showed she could act in many different types of movies, from serious dramas to scary suspense films. In 1949, Barbara left RKO's and started working for a different movie company called Columbia Pictures. This change gave her new opportunities. At Columbia, critics really liked her performance in a musical movie about a famous singer's life called Jolson Sings Again in 1949. She acted alongside Larry Parks in this movie. The movie showed how good she was at being on screen and acting in musicals. Because people liked seeing her and Parks together, the movie company put them in several other movies together. This was something movie companies did back then when two actors worked well together. During the 1950s, Barbara made lots of different movies that showed how many different types of characters she could play. She was in a historical adventure called Lorna Doone in 1951, a funny movie called The Jackpot, also in 1951, with James Stewart, and a serious drama called A Lion is in the Streets in 1953 with James Cagney. She also acted in cowboy movies like Seoul in 1953 and The Oklahoma in 1957. The Oklahoma starred Joel McCrea and was the last time Barbara was the main character in a big movie. All these movies showed that Barbara could act in historical stories, adventures, comedies, dramas, and westerns. She could make audiences interested no matter what type of movie she was in. After she stopped being in as many big movies, Barbara still appeared in some special film. The most famous was Airport in 1970, a movie about airplane disasters where she played the wife of Dean Martin's airplane pilot character. She was also in Big Wednesday in 1978, a drama where she played the mother of a character who was actually played by her real son, William Catt. Barbara Hale's career got much bigger on television when she took the job of playing Dallas Street, the smart and loyal secretary in Perry Mason. Raymond Burr played Perry Mason, the main lawyer character. At the time, Barbara was thinking about stopping acting, but this job made her career exciting again. The show was on TV for 9 seasons from 1957 to 1966, making 271 episodes total. Barbara's acting was so good that she won a Primetime Emmy Award for being the best supporting actress in a drama series. Her character Della Street became really famous and special to people. She showed grace, loyalty, and being professional, and became one of TV's most loved supporting characters. Barbara played Dallas Street again in a 1985 TV movie called Perry Mason Returns, acting with Raymond Burr, who was the only other original actor still alive from the old show. The movie was so popular that they made 29 more Perry Mason movies until 1995. After Raymond Burr died in 1993, Barbara kept playing Dallas Street in 4 more TV movies. These were called a Perry Mason mystery. This made her the only actor who was in all 30 movies. Her son, William Catt, was in 9 of these movies with her, playing Detective Paul Drake Jr. This created a special family team-up that lasted for many years of her career. Barbara also appeared as a guest star in her son's TV show, The Greatest American Hero, playing Ralph Hinckley's mother in a 1982 episode called Who's Woo in America. She had played the same character earlier in Big Wednesday in 1978. She also was in an episode of Ironside in 1971 called Murder Impromptu with Raymond Burr in his first TV series after Perry Mason ended. Barbara Hale's last time on screen was in a TV documentary about Raymond Burr that was shown in 2000. This brought her long and amazing career to a complete circle. She worked in movies and TV for almost 60 years, leaving behind a legacy of being professional, talented, and dedicated. In 1945, while Barbara Hale was working on the movie West of the Pacos, a cowboy film that showed her growing talent and rising fame in Hollywood, she met actor Bill Williams, whose real name was Herman August Wilhelm Catt. Their meeting wasn't just a simple hello on the movie set. It was the start of a partnership that would last their whole lives. Bill Williams was already making a good career for himself in movies and later in TV shows. He and Barbara had a connection that went beyond just both being actors. Their friendship quickly grew stronger because they liked the same things, respected each other, and had a natural chemistry that brought them together even with all the crazy, busy life of Hollywood around them. Less than a year later, they decided to get married on June 22nd, 1946, in a wedding ceremony that was reportedly small, personal, and showed how much they loved and got along with each other. Together, they built a family that balanced the hard work of their acting careers with their personal life at home. They had 3 children, 2 daughters, Jody and Juanita, whose lives were mostly kept private and away from the Hollywood spotlight, and a son, William Catt, who decided to follow in their footsteps and became a successful actor too, carrying on the family tradition in the entertainment world. Barbara's marriage to Bill Williams was often talked about because it lasted so long and was so stable. This was rare in an industry known for relationships that don't last very long. Their marriage showed how strong their partnership was, both as people working together in life and as loving parents who helped their children grow and succeed in their careers. When Barbara Hale was 94 years old, the beloved actress best known for playing Dallas Street on Perry Mason made a confession that she had kept in her heart for many years. After years of being polite in public and thinking privately, she finally spoke openly about a man who had really changed her life. She confessed with both warmth and being open that he was the love of her life. That man was Raymond Burr, her longtime co-star and dear friend. Raymond, she said, her voice carrying the weight of years filled with memories, was more than just someone she worked with or a friend. He was the person who understood me in ways that no one else ever could. Barbara went on to describe how deep their connection was, saying that it was more than the normal relationships in Hollywood. People always saw us on screen, but what they didn't see was the bond behind the scenes, she thought back. Raymond had this calm, steady way about him, this strength that made everyone around him feel safe. For me, it was different. It wasn't just looking up to him. It was something far deeper, far more personal. I loved him in a way that I never thought I would be able to explain. The actress shared stories from their decades-long work and personal relationship, moments that showed a deep mutual respect and quiet closeness. She talked about long conversations after filming, where they discussed everything from their acting to their fears and dreams. We had this understanding without words, she remembered. I could be completely honest with him, and he never judged me. He accepted me, problems and all, in a way that made me feel truly seen. Barbara Hale's confession also showed a touching truth about love, timing, and being brave. In a time when personal feelings were often hidden behind Hollywood fake faces, she had kept her love and admiration for Raymond Burr private. It wasn't easy to say this, she admitted, her eyes shining with emotion. For so many years, I didn't know if it was the right time, if it was even okay to say. But now at 94, I can finally say it out loud without fear or worry. Raymond Burr was and always will be the love of my life. In sharing this heartfelt confession, Barbara not only honored the memory of Raymond Burr, but also gave a look into the softer, more intimate side of a woman who had entertained audiences for many years. Her words were proof of lasting love, the quiet bonds that keep us going, and the courage to speak the truth no matter how many years have passed. He touched my life in ways I can never fully describe, she said softly. Barbara Hale died peacefully at her home in Sherman Oaks, California on January 26, 2017, at the amazing age of 94. Her death was caused by problems from a lung disease that made it hard for her to breathe, a condition that slowly affected her breathing and overall health in her later years. Barbara's passing marked the end of an important time in classic television, as she had been a loved person for many years. She was widely admired not only for her talent, but also for being professional and graceful both on and off the screen. When she died, she had the sad honor of being the last living member of the original cast of Perry Mason, the groundbreaking TV series that had made her a legend in Hollywood history. This fact made her unique place in the entertainment world, even more special as she had worked alongside famous co-stars such as Raymond Burr and helped make a show that became culturally important for generations of viewers. Her long life and continued connection to such an important role made her passing especially meaningful to fans and colleagues who remembered her not only for playing the loyal and intelligent legal secretary Della Street, but also for her warmth, humility, and dedication to her craft throughout a career spanning more than half a century. Barbara's life and career left a mark that will never be forgotten on television history, and her absence was deeply felt across the entertainment community, as she represented the final living connection to the original group that had helped create an entire type of legal drama. Barbara Hale's lasting contribution to the world of television was formally recognized when she was honored with a star on the Hollywood Walk of Fame, a special award given to performers who have made a lasting mark on the entertainment industry. Her marker, located at 1628 Vine Street, was shown to the public on February 8, 1960, placing her name among the most celebrated people in show business history. This particular part of the Walk of Fame has long been considered sacred ground for television legends. For Barbara, it was a real acknowledgement of her huge popularity with audiences and her steady decades-long presence on TV. At the time of this honor, Barbara was already firmly established in American households for her role as the calm and intelligent legal secretary Della Street on Perry Mason. The showing of her star happened during the peak years of the series' success, symbolizing both her personal achievement and her central role in one of television's most famous dramas. Her acting talents did not go unnoticed by other actors and the broader television community. In 1959, Barbara was awarded the Emmy Award for Best Supporting Actress Continuing Character in a Dramatic Series, an honor that recognized her ability to bring depth, grace, and warmth to Delia Street. The role demanded a rare combination of charm, wit, and quiet strength, qualities Barbara delivered with such consistency that she elevated what could have been just a supporting role into one of the most memorable characters in television history. The Emmy win was not just recognition of her performance in one episode, but proof of her continued excellence over multiple seasons of Perry Mason. Her remarkable work continued to get praise. And in 1961, she received another Emmy nomination, this time for outstanding performance in a supporting role by an actor or actress in a series. While she did not win that year, the nomination made her reputation solid as one of the finest supporting performers on television, respected for being professional, having a subtle acting style, and magnetic screen presence. The repeated recognition also showed the appreciation of industry insiders for her crucial contribution to Perry Mason's longevity and success. Many years later, Barbara Hale's career achievements were celebrated once again, this time in the area of Western entertainment, a type of movie and TV show in which she had left her own special mark. In 2001, she was presented with one of the Golden Boot Awards, a distinguished honor given to actors, directors, and other film professionals who have made significant contributions to the legacy of Western cinema and television. Although Barbara was most famously connected with Perry Mason, she had appeared in several Western films earlier in her career, working alongside some of the genre's most legendary people. The Golden Boot Award recognized that these performances, whether as a frontier woman of quiet strength or as a determined and tough heroine, had become part of the rich story of American Western storytelling. Getting the award in her later years was a touching acknowledgement that her influence went beyond the legal dramas of television into one of Hollywood's most beloved and lasting types of entertainment.